Bonjour tout le monde, bonjour et bienvenue au cours de français communautaire. Je m'appelle Monsieur Léo, au prof Léo, et je suis votre prof de français ce matin. Bonjour, my name is Prof Léo and I am your French teacher this morning. Bienvenue, welcome to Community French class today. If you can see from the title, we are doing a grammaire lesson. Grammaire, we're doing l'usage impersonnel de faire. So we're doing impersonal usages of faire, le verbe faire. If you've seen in my previous video, we did faire as well. Faire is a very useful verb in French. It can mean several different things, and it's a very important verb to master. So yeah, so that's the goal of this lesson today. You're going to be learning impersonal usages of le verbe faire. Now, before we get started with that, je vais vous demander deux questions. I'm going to ask you two questions. Two questions. Tac, ok. Quelle est la date aujourd'hui? Quelle est la date aujourd'hui? How do we respond to that question? We have a little formula ici. On a une petite formule ici et ça nous aide avec la bonne réponse. So, bon. Aujourd'hui, c'est mardi ou jeudi, le 15 décembre 2020. Now, the reason why I say mardi ou jeudi is because I teach on mardi ou jeudi. But if I teach on a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it will obviously be different. Because you remember the days of the week, right? Nous avons lundi, mardi, mercredi, jeudi, vendredi, samedi et dimanche. And remember that the French start their day of their week on a Monday. So they consider lundi the last day of the week. Unlike here where we consider dimanche, Sunday, the start of the week. So très bien. So aujourd'hui, c'est mardi, le 15 décembre 2020. Répétez après moi, s'il vous plaît. Répétez, repeat. Aujourd'hui, c'est mardi, le 15 décembre 2020. Très bien. Très bien. Et l'autre question que je vous demande, c'est ça. Quel temps fait-il? Quel temps fait-il? What does that mean? We look at these questions every week, but if you're a new listener, if you're tuning in for the first time, I always ask two questions before we jump into the lesson. So, quel temps fait-il? Qu'est-ce que ça veut dire en anglais? What's the weather like? Quel temps fait-il? What's the weather like? Très bien. And la bonne réponse, c'est ça. Il fait gris, chaud, froid, humide. Il pleut. Il y a du brouillard. Il neige. Oh, il neige. Mon Dieu. We will have une tempête de neige demain. Nous aurons, that's the future tense, une tempête de neige demain. Demain soirée, je pense. Tomorrow evening, I believe. Oui, mon Dieu. Mais aujourd'hui, il fait soleil. It's sunny outside. Il fait froid. Oui, il fait froid. Mais il fait soleil aussi. Très bien. Il n'y a pas du brouillard. There is no fog. Il n'y a pas de brouillard. Et pas encore. Il n'y a pas de neige. Not right now. Not already. There is no snow. But that comes. Ça vient. Le neige viendra. The snow will come. Très bien. Très bien. Bon. Now, let us get into the lesson itself. I'm going to put this ticker up to show you. Lire ensemble. Let's read together. Now, this is where we're doing a grammar lesson. So, grammaire, l'usage impersonnel de faire et les expressions du temps. Bon, so that's kind of a mouthful, but we will work through this together. Since I'm your teacher, we will get through this. So, we have l'usage impersonnel, impersonal usage, de faire, of faire. Faire means to do or to make. In certain contexts, it means something else as well. And les expressions du temps, time expressions. Temps in French means time. Les expressions, the expressions of time. Très bien. So let's read. Some verbs like faire can be used in impersonal construction, which means that the verb does not have a personal subject, meaning je, tu, nous, vous. In this case, the subject of the verb, which is the impersonal il, which translates in English to it and not he. A while back, before we looked into this, I always have taught you that il means he, right? He, she, or it. Il turns into it in this construct. This is a very important sentence structure in French. When you put il fait, it means something totally different. So let's look. The impersonal construction il fait is used to describe weather. Just like I ask you every single day. Quel temps fait-il? Quel temps fait-il? How is the weather? So the way you respond is down below, like I tell you. I just put some random ones up there, but it's all relative. It depends on the day itself. So the way we respond is, in general, the subject is le temps. Le temps means the time, or also it means the weather in general. Le temps. Now notice we don't pronounce the S at the end. It's just le temps. Répétez. Le temps. Très bien. Et aussi, quel temps fait-il? Quel temps fait-il? That's a question that I always ask you guys, and you might be sick of me asking it, but it's very important to describe weather because it helps you build onto more complex subjects. You can add new adjectives. You could add new everything new to a weather sentence. So it's very important to know how to start small and keep building with weather. So, quel temps fait-il? That means how is the weather? That's asking a question. There are three ways in French to ask questions. We have firstly we have est-ce que, right? Est-ce que. The second way we have just say it with a higher intonation. And then the third way is we have inversion. And obviously in this construct, we have a word here that indicates a question. Quel temps fait-il? And fait-il is inverted. It's inverted. And that's a strong indicator to know that we're talking about a question here. Très bien. And now, just like if you want to answer the question, you take the question and you just state how it is. Quel temps fait-il? You say, il fait. The weather is. Il fait beau. I always say that. Il fait beau. The weather is good. Il fait mauvais. The weather is bad. Beau et mauvais. What are those kind of words? What grammatical term am I looking for these two words? Beau et mauvais. Opposites. Très bien. Il fait chaud. It's hot. Il fait froid. It's cold. So those are antonyms. Beau et mauvais. Good, bad. Chaud et froid. Hot, cold. Très bien. Il fait frais. Cool. So there's a difference between cold and cool, right? Froid is when there's a lot of snow and it's icy and all that. Cool is like in the middle of autumn and it's kind of nice, kind of chilly, you know, you just have to wear one jacket. Très bien. Il fait doux. Il fait doux. Doux et douce. D-O-U-X is masculine. And the reason why we know it's masculine, number one, is because we have the subject pronoun il. And il, that represents he. But in this context, it represents it. And like I said so many times before, usually it's the masculine that takes the the gender in a sentence. Sometimes it's the female, the feminine, but it's most of the time masculine. So il fait doux, très bien, it's mild. Il y a du soleil, it's sunny. And the reason why we put du right here is because the sun doesn't stay all day, just like any kind of weather. It doesn't stay all day. And the du right there is partitive. It's a partitive article. What is a partitive article? It shows a part of, basically, if you think of that word partitive. So it's like some, it translates to some. So it's sunny, it's somewhat sunny aujourd'hui. Il y a du vent, it's windy. Vent itself as a noun is wind. When you add il y a du vent, it changes it to windy. Très bien. Il y a du brouillard, it's foggy. Il pleut, it's rainy. Il neige, it's snowing. Très bien. A lot of these we know. So, let us do some of these questions ensemble. Okay. We will do numéro 1. How would I say it's really cold today? Aujourd'hui, right? Aujourd'hui, il fait, you could say très. And how do we say cold? Froid. Très froid. Très bien. No, I'm going to do odds. 1, 3, 5 et 7. Numéro 3. It isn't sunny now. Il ne fait pas. Because remember the construct, we have il fait. And how do we make a sentence negative in French? We take ne pas and we put it around the conjugated verb. Très bien. So we have il ne fait pas. That's how you say it is not. Il ne fait pas. Now, how do we say sun? Actually, let me change it because I was thinking of one way. I'm going to translate the sentence a little differently. This is how I'm going to translate it. So we know that if we want to say it's sunny, we say il y a du soleil. And if I want to say it isn't sunny now, how would I say that? So we know, like I just said, we take ne pas and we put it around the conjugated verb. So what we do is, it's sunny uses the il y a construct. Most of these use il fait, but then there are some that use il y a. And then some of them just conjugate the verb regularly in the present tense. Il y a means there is or there are. Il fait means it is. So the way you make this sentence negative is you say il n'y a pas du soleil maintenant. Très bien. Il n'y a pas du soleil maintenant. Très, très, très bien. 5. It is going to be bad out. Oh yeah. Tomorrow night, I hear it's going to be really bad out. So, bon, très bien. It's going to be bad out. How do we say that? It's going to be bad out. Il va faire mauvais. Mauvais demain, par exemple. I'm just changing these up. The reason why I say il va faire is we're going to use the present progressive tense. We're talking about the continuing tense in French. It's just like with the ing form. Il va faire mauvais demain. Très bien. Et 7. It's going to be very nice out. You could say il fera aussi. Il fera. That means it will be nice. Il fera beau ce jeudi, par exemple. Il fera beau ce jeudi. These are just some. I don't want to translate these word for word because it can get kind of tricky. But just know that we can translate these a little differently. I'm going to post this so you can see. If you want to take a screenshot, feel free. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section down below. I will be actually one of my colleagues will be turning this into a worksheet. So what happens is, after we finish a lesson like we just did now, I'm going to close this for you guys. After we finish a lesson, what happens is one of my colleagues creates a worksheet. and it gets put up on our website, as you can see down below, rolalang.com. So please take a look there. We have tons of resources. We have tons of worksheets and documents and all that good stuff. Information about future classes, about teachers, all that good stuff. So please take a look. We also have an event that we like to do once in a while. It's called La Charla, but I don't think registration is open anymore, unfortunately. So it's not possible to do that. Yeah. So please take a look at Rolalang, and then possibly we could be doing another La Charla in the near future. Très, très, très bien, tout le monde. And that's all I have planned for today. I hope that you enjoyed the lesson, et j'espère que vous passiez une belle leçon aujourd'hui, une bonne leçon, pardon. Et j'espère que je vous verrai ce jeudi. I hope that I will see you this Thursday. OK? Ça, c'est tout pour aujourd'hui. That's all for today. Et j'espère que vous passerez une bonne journée aujourd'hui. I hope that you will have a great day today. And I will see you Thursday. Ciao tout le monde. Au revoir.